Just a little more than a month ago, with an eye on the 2014 World Cup, the Canadian Soccer Association officially named Stephen Hart as national team head coach. The journey to Brazil starts this month, as Hart brings the team together for a training camp and a friendly at Jamaica on January 31st. Thanks for joining us today on another edition of Concacaf Conversation, as we speak with Stephen Hart. Stephen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Being named the head coach of any national team is certainly a high honor. What were your feelings on December 7th when the CSA made the announcement of your appointment?
Obviously, I was delighted. I had two spells in the interim position, and of course, anybody that's in coaching would like the opportunity for a little more consistency and to continue coaching at the highest level.
As you just mentioned, you've had two separate stints as Canada's interim head coach over the last 4 years, and you garnered the highest winning percentage in CSA history at 50%. That rate of success is notable. What do you see as being the characteristics of those teams?
Well, I don't really look too much into all the statistics. I just try to go ahead and put together a team that blends well together, and sort of try to create some understanding of what we would like to do as a unit, and then let the players get on with what they're supposed to be doing.
As the interim head coach, you led Canada to the quarterfinals in last year's Gold Cup after winning your group. What benefits did you feel that Canada derived from that tournament?
Well, I think when you look at the Gold Cup tournament, it's very different from, let's say, a qualification process. But what it does allow, it allows our players to get used to the various styles within Concacaf, and basically to sort of give them time together and play more games. So, one, it was quite enjoyable for us, but two, you learn it, you use it, as a sort of a learning measure.
Looking ahead, what do you hope to accomplish with the upcoming camp?
Well, I'd like to do a fair amount of experimenting in 2010. The team needs to build some healthy competition within the squad. We need to find some depth for quite a few positions, and I'd like to use 2010 to do that. And the Jamaica camp would be a unique sort of opportunity to start doing that.
Though 4 years is a long time away, building the foundation for a team to qualify for the 2014 World Cup starts now. What are you most looking forward to as this process commences?
I mean, I'm keeping my eye on the qualifications in 2012 and hopefully building towards that. It does take time with the national team because of the inconsistency of having the players in and playing games. So it takes a lot longer than it would if you had a club. Once we create that understanding between everyone, what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve, and then use the international games to do that.
Can you describe the makeup of your team, where the players are coming from, and how long they will be available to you?
Well, we had some complications in securing the release of players. The camp is made up mainly of the North American-based players, and the players that are on their winter breaks in mainly Scandinavia. And we've thrown in a few younger players as well. So it's quite a sort of diverse group.
Are there any players we should specifically keep an eye on during this camp?
Not particularly. For me, yes, the players are important. They're the most important thing. But, it's how well the team gels and how the relationships work together.
Stephen, we wish you all the best and appreciate the time you gave us today. I hope that we can speak again over the coming months and years as we monitor Canada's progression.
Thank you very much.
We hope you enjoyed our conversation with Stephen Hart, and please watch Concacaf.com's extensive coverage of this month's CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship in Guatemala. Thanks for being with us on CONCACAF TV, your source for everything CONCACAF.